I would now like to invite Dr. Ragai to come and say a few words as a colleague also of Ahmad Raza Sahib.
Dr. Atia Khan, Abdullah Sahib, ladies and gentlemen, I deem it a great privilege to have been asked by Madam Shakila to participate in this function and pay my personal tribute to our dear and respected Raza Sahib. I happen to be a colleague of Raza Sahib in the RBI for a long time, and I had the opportunity to interact with him and observe him pretty closely. The first and lasting impression that Raza Sahib left in the minds of anybody who came in touch with him was that he was a man of extraordinary erudition with great clarity of thought and expression. His entire personality exuded an aura of exceptional civility, decency, and culture. I won't go into too much of detail of what work he did or what positions he held because of the shortage of time, but he, having been an agricultural man, agricultural economist before he joined the Reserve Bank, made significant contributions, and as Deshpande Sahib has said and dilated upon, his contributions were considered most analytical and most praiseworthy. It was in July of 1989 that the priciest posting came, and that was Raza Sahib was appointed as advisor to the executive director in the IMF. This position required not only the highest professional skills, but also superb relational capabilities. From the point of view of the Reserve Bank, it was also a token of recognition of distinguished services already put in by Raza Sahib. It was here in Washington that Raza Sahib won the admiration of friends from different countries and also became the fulcrum of literary and community services. Indisputably, Raza Sahib was a person of great dignity, culture, and sophistication. He was blessed with a philosophical attitude within himself and great pragmatism in his dealings and decisions outside. As a distinguished colleague mentioned, Raza Sahib was a master of the art of the feasible. He had very strong convictions and could express himself with forceful expositions without being disagreeable at any time at all. While he was very pleasant and dignified with the people who worked with him, he always managed to run a very tight ship. Nobody could fool him with less than required levels of endeavor and discipline. The quality of his own work was superb. He always worked with great diligence and determination, and he had the record of coming up with the expectations of most demanding of his superiors. Last but not the least, Raza Sahib was a loving family man. In the midst of all the pressures of work, he found ways and means to give sincere love and affection to his family and to receive back great emotional nurturance from them. Madam Shakila was always a pillar of strength and cheer for him, and she supported and supplemented his life and living in every way. Listening to dear Simi, it was so moving feeling. If a person could leave such memories and such thoughts and such recollections in the heart of a precious daughter, and if a person could leave such impact on the mind of a friend like Dr. Abdullah, it must have been an extraordinary person indeed. It is said truly that a great man never dies. He continues to live in the hearts of people whose lives were touched by his personality. It is clear from the gathering of this evening that the spirit of Raza Sahib continues to live strong and well with all of us, and we convey our deepest respects to his memory on this occasion. When I opened this little booklet, I was very touched. I think it is written by you. कौन कहता है कि तुम नहीं हो पर तुम हो. I think with that thought, we remind ourselves the spirit and the goodness of Raza Sahib, the beautiful nobility of his personality continues to live within us, and we have great pleasure in remembering him with such feeling of affection, such feeling of respect, and such feeling of total beauty in our hearts.
I would like to invite now Mohsin Ali Khan Sahib to please come and say for a couple of minutes that we have left with.
Assalamu alaikum, honorable members who are present here. It is always very difficult to speak at these emotional occasions. First, let me express my heartfelt condolences to Shakila for her loss. We all recognize the dedication and fortitude she showed during Ahmad Bhai's illness. I did not know Ahmad Bhai for too long. I knew him for a few years. But it is remarkable of his personality and impression he could create with even those whom he met for a short while. Ahmad Bhai was a unique individual. One meets many people in their lifetime, but out of them only a few make a real personal impact. He was a man of caliber. I would always walk away from any conversation I had with him knowing that I had learned a lot. His approach to our many debates was always calm, always reasoned, and always reflected his quiet own dignity and undeniable intelligence. His determination to stand by his principle was unmatched. In people, he saw only good, and he dedicated much of his time to improving the plight of those less fortunate. His commitment and efforts to help needy children attain a decent education in India, and in particular Aligarh, is recognized by all and is worthy of mention. I only knew him for a short while, but he has made a permanent imprint on my mind. I will miss him, his counsel, his advice, and overall his friendship. May Allah shower all his blessings on him. To Shakila, children and grandchildren, may Allah give them the strength to bear this irreplaceable loss. We will inevitably feel his loud absence from our community, but in the allegiance to his memory, I hope we will continue to honor the dedication that he had to his causes. There is no greater gift one human being can give to another, and that is education, and that's what he did. He touched our lives. I am grateful to have known him. May Allah grant him Jannah. Allah Hafiz. Thank you.
I have a professor visiting from India, who's a professor at ITT in Delhi, V.K. Tripathi ji. I would like him to come and say just few words only.
साथियों, एक बात मुझे कहनी थी। 6 जनवरी 1990 को हम कुछ साथी यूनिवर्सिटी मैरीलैंड में जमा हुए थे। भागलपुर के फसाद के बाद मुल्क का माहौल बहुत ख़राब था और मैं हिंदुस्तान से सबेटिकल लीव पर आईआईटी से यूनिवर्सिटी मैरीलैंड आया हुआ था। तो एक मीटिंग रखी थी, उसमें 36 लोग जमा हुए। रजा साहब भी उसमें आए। पहली मेरी उनसे मुलाकात थी। हालांकि मुनीस रजा साहब का नाम मैंने बहुत सुन रखा था और उनकी मैं बहुत इज्जत करता था, लेकिन मेरे लिए सचमुच ये बड़ी हिम्मत और हौसले की बात थी कि वो हमारी मीटिंग में आए। और उसके बाद हम लोगों ने 3 महीने कैंपेन चलाया यहाँ पर, एक सिग्नेचर कैंपेन सांप्रदायिकता के खिलाफ, और उसमें उनकी मदद हमें रही, वो हम कभी भूल नहीं सकते। उसने हम जैसे बहुत सारे लोगों के आगे के कई सालों की डायरेक्शन तय की। मैं जब यहाँ से वापस पहुँचा हिंदुस्तान तो आईआईटी में हमने एक जलसा किया और वो सद्भाव मिशन के फाउंडिंग का जलसा था। मुनीस रजा साहब उसमें तशरीफ लाए और सिर्फ इसी वजह से उनसे हमारा ताल्लुक नज़दीक बन पाया क्योंकि अहमद रजा साहब से मिल चुका था और उनका कमिटमेंट, दोनों भाइयों का कमिटमेंट सेकुलरिज्म के लिए बेमिसाल था। ये बात मैं आपसे शेयर करना चाहता था। और कुछ बरस पहले जब मैं गुजरात से लौटा तो कहीं से गुजर रहा था तो मेरे दिमाग में वो गुजरात के माहौल था, तो एक शेर मैंने दिमाग में आया, वो सुनाना चाहता हूँ इस वक्त। धुआं धुआं सा फज़ाओं पे आज तारी है, न जाने कौन जला है और किसकी बारी है।